Hey friends, TUXX here. Every now and then I like to tinker with my cars. I have a C7 Corvette, and sometimes I want to remove things like pieces of, different door frames or things like that, to do mods and that kind of thing. And I know a lot of people might just want to use like a screwdriver or something to pull apart, things which are attached with like fabric fasteners or, door panel fasteners, that kind of thing. And especially when working on the dash, or if you're trying to do wiring, if you go back in my queue, you'll see I've done some videos on rewiring radar detectors to the OnStar and different things. And it's really important to have the right tools for the job, and because otherwise if you use a screwdriver, oftentimes you get little pressure point marks and you'll end up doing more damage than good. And that's where this comes in. And this is like a great little gift for the holidays too. This is a little kit to help you remove parts of your car. And I'm not talking about bolts and screws. I'm talking more about things which are on clips and fasteners, okay? And this is basically a auto trim kit, a 5-piece auto trim kit. Let's go ahead and check this out. Now, I will say this is available on Amazon, and I will have a link for this right below, so be sure and click that link down below for the very best price, okay? Now, what I like about this kit, I've used this in the past, it's not real expensive. In fact, sometimes I'll just get a new version of this, a brand new kit for doing a brand new job. In case some of them get a little funky from your use and abuse and that kind of thing, it's nice to have a brand new kit when you're starting a new job on your car, okay? And what I like about this, it comes with some great pieces. First off, this one here is metal with a plastic frame, okay? And this is definitely for like prying like clips, like door panel clips or apparel or like different parts of the dash up, if you have things which are like with hidden clips, and you want to make sure you have all the screws and bolts taken out so you're not, prying up a screw or something, which is a very tight fasten. But these are just, again, for like the little teeny clips, the plastic clips that hold pieces of your car in together to keep kind of a invisible, seamless look, and this is probably the most useful tool, I think. Very, very important to have this. It's got a nice rough edge here, which I like a lot, and just the angle is really good for prying things upward, okay? So very good without damaging your leather dash or whatever have you, okay? So very cool, very important, okay? It also includes several plastic pieces too. This great little trim piece here is like almost like a little knife, and I love the way it has, a couple sides to it. This is flat right here, but this side here is like a little notch. You see a little notch in right there? That actually is really useful for pulling things up, especially if you're like tinting windows and if you want to pull up like any weather stripping, that kind of thing. I find that tip, that little ridge there, very, very useful for doing things like that. So very cool little piece. And we have a couple little crowbars here, little plastic crowbars, if you will. And this is much like this, but a little softer, a little gentler, and this actually has like a little lip here. This is angled, so it slopes downward. It's almost paper thin at the end, but of course it gets thicker. And here's a different side here with a different type of wedge. So this one here is really good for going around things, okay? And this one here is just like a straight up regular wedge. And you notice the angle is different too from this to this, so anyway, just two different angles for two different types of clips you might be trying to remove. And then if that wasn't enough, they give you one more in this kit, so you actually get 5 pieces. And this one here is 2 very large wedges of different angles. So again, it really helps despite what type of angle you're working on. This kit really, for all the pieces in here, it really has something for everything, so this is really great for removing different types of parts of your car. If you're installing a car stereo or putting window tinting in, like, it's a really great little kit for doing all those little light duty jobs that don't involve bolts or screws, and again, it's because you don't want to have big marks on your dash. You don't want the leather to get ripped. You want to make sure you're using the right tool for the right job. And this, finally, the 5th one here is kind of similar, where it's a little wedge, and this side you can see is much shorter. This side here is much shorter than the other end, okay? This is about 1 millimeter, and this is thinner, and this does have 2 ridges now for grabbing things and prying up little clips and that kind of things. I find this is really useful for doing dash stuff. If you're trying to, put in like a doubled-in stereo, this is really good for pulling apart that dash area, Sometimes you have to go for something a little bit bigger, but I find this one really good actually too. So sometimes I'll actually be using like 2 of these, trying to gently pry things open. And if you want to see some videos in this, I may actually do a video later if I have enough demand for it, or if people are interested enough, of some of the projects that I do on my cars. But I just wanted to show you this kit because right now I'm trying to have cool little Christmas gift ideas, and I think this would make a really great gift. You get a lot of little tools here. It's not real expensive, and this could honestly save you hundreds. If you mess up your dash, it could easily be, you know, $200-300 to replace a part that you need, you know. So this could actually save you a lot of money. So it's well worth it, guys. Buy one for yourself. Buy one for someone that you love, or a friend, or someone who does car stuff, and I'm sure they're really going to appreciate it, okay? If you guys have any question about this, please reach out to me. Again, tuxtoys@gmail.com. You know I'm here to help, okay? All right, friends, we'll talk to you soon. Click the link. Bye-bye.